Hello Capricorn, this is Victoria and I'm here with your April Tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your personal space and love life, at your career space, and we'll get you guidance from the universe on how to best utilize the energy of the month of April. At the end, I'll post some messages from your person of interest to yourself. In the meantime, we will begin with a quick oracle message. It's going to be the Sacred Traveler's Tarot, and I have a surprise for you today. Because I'm actually gonna do your main tarot reading with a new deck that I just got today, and this is called the Mermaid Tarot. So we'll take a look at what the mermaids have to share with us. Don't ask me why. Some people may say that now that I live very close to the ocean, like that's the theme, and yes, this is my new place. I still have a lot to do in setting it up, and my stuff hasn't moved here yet, but anyway, I'm here, I'm on my spot. And honestly, I love that deck so much. I know a reader who actually uses it quite a bit from time to time, and it's just like every time the artwork was majestic and it mesmerized me in a way, which doesn't happen very often these days because I have a lot of decks, and just with time you get a little less excited about like this nuance or this topic or whatever else people have come up with for a tarot deck. But this one really spoke to me, so I had it on my Amazon wishlist, which by the way I have for those who would like to support the channel, support me. There is a link below. I'm pretty sure I've updated my address. I'll double check today, but anyway, those are the decks that I want to get for myself, that are on my literally wish list. And Mermaid Tarot has been there, and in my head and my soul it has been pretty high in rank in that list. And I finally, now that I've decided, of course I missed my deck so much, and it just feels like the right timing to get something new. I remembered about it and I was like, yes, the first deck that I'm getting is gonna be the Mermaid Tarot. So there we go. So I'm excited, I hope you are as well. We're gonna be exploring the deck together as I'm gonna be pulling the cards and vibing with the energy that they're gonna give me. For those who are new, there's more information about my content and services in the description box. These readings are for Sun, Moon, and Rising Capricorn. So if you're watching for a sun sign, please check out videos for other placements as well. All right, Capricorn. So for you, we got passion and pleasure. Savor your life. Take it slow and really take it in. Taste the moment. Engage the senses I'm hearing for you, right? Like, that's really what you can learn from your Earth fellow Taurus, right? Like, really embracing or engaging all the senses, sensory systems in a particular experience, right? What makes it special? Everything, right? The look, the feel, the sound, the touch, the taste, if that's applicable, right? Everything matters. And those nuances definitely shape the moments, the experiences of our life, whether towards something more positive or something more negative, because we have established that it's all very relative, it's all very subjective, right? But we still tend to see them as more positive or more negative. And this is something we don't necessarily think about as if why, but it is very powerful perceptive system, because that's interesting. And I also tangled my ring in my bracelet. Wow, that's a sign from someone. Thank you. When our sensory systems are engaged, essentially the message is sent directly to our psyche, directly to our subconscious, and that's why it's so powerful. Okay, with all that said, let's get into the main read. I already did some pre-shuffling. Let me pre-shuffle some more. Okay, so for personal space and love life, we have Ten of Swords. I know. You know what Ten of Swords usually means, that there is a new beginning now. Knight of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign. Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And Four of Swords. Okay. Talk about this in a minute. I'll continue with the spread. So for workspace, you have Five of Wands. Oh my God, this artwork is so beautiful. Knight of Wands. Wow, another knight. This is fiery one. Aries, Leo, Sag. And King of Wands. Wow, so you have all wands for your, all swords for your personal life, all wands for your career space. And then finally, the advice, Queen of Wands. The Moon. This is Piscean energy, could be dealing with the Pisces. And Seven of Pentacles. All right. Very specific type of planning, right? Anyway, we'll get back to it. Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I love it. These are like the mermaid sisters, you know, having some tea. Isn't it lovely? Like how cute that is, how adorable, right? And this immediately, I mean, of course, this is about joy, celebration, camaraderie, friendship, soul sisters, brothers, take gender how it resonates, right? But it takes us away from like the usual Three of Cups, which is shown with the cups meaning like chalices of wine, essentially, right, to the cups of tea. And that switches the mood from like partying, you know, maybe even drinking your troubles away, right? Sometimes it can go that way with Three of Cups, and different decks position it differently. It's also the third party situation, which I haven't used that term in the longest time, but you know, that's what it is. Here, it's like, it's this adorable innocence of like, we're just here to appreciate each other, right? So this is definitely the spirit of community. What I'm trying to say, without making this reading too long, is definitely acknowledge who is part of that community, who you can just have some tea and that would be better than any party in the world, right? Or you can just sit in silence and this is enough. You feel like these are your people and it already makes your day because you are in each other's presence and you know that they feel the same way about you. So for personal life, you have Ten of Swords, Knight of Swords, and Four of Swords. So there's some kind of truth that you want to speak, or you want to hear the truth from your person. It could be an ex, it could be especially Ten of Swords here. You know, a story that didn't end well and maybe you didn't have your closure. It could be a current relationship, maybe after an argument, you know, that as much as maybe you've reconciled enough or you found some kind of common ground, some kind of compromise to carry on, the person didn't understand you, or the bigger issue is not solved, or you understand, you know, this is just a temporary truce, so to speak, and it won't be long until something new will come up, because it's not even about this particular topic. It's like, it's a lot of little things that make it a big one. So what the spirit is saying to you, first of all, there's a lot of air here, as you can see, so there's a lot of overthinking. Maybe somebody's giving you additional thoughts and ideas here, like, oh my God, why are you still with that person, you know, or, you know, you shouldn't be treated that way, or whatever. This is not how good romantic relationships should be. Something like that, that kind of like adds that oil to the fire. But it could be you, of course, too. Just replaying everything in your head and desperately trying to find something to hold on to. Like, this is not lost yet. This is real. This is powerful. This is just a temporary glitch that we have. Or, you know, and going back and forth between that and the thought of like, I don't think I can do this anymore. And the truth is, the best answer right now is really to take some time off for yourself. And it could be from the relationship, meaning like literally take some space. It could, of course, be taking time off like from work so you can dedicate your time to, whether it's a vacation or a hobby or something like this. It's important to give that time and space wherever you feel like doing. It doesn't even have to be doing much, right? With Four of Swords, it's a lot about resting, it's a lot about recharging, right? But it's important to, what I'm trying to say is important to have to make it meaningful, so it's not just you, I don't know, laying on the beach but still replaying the story in your head, you know what I mean? So maybe do something a little more active so that you can take your mind off those worries, at least temporarily, so that you have the rest, your recharge, your rejuvenation, and then you can look at that situation with fresh eyes. Now for a career space, you have all this fire going on, which actually tells me, I mean, we have the Knight and the King here, so there is a progression here. And if we think about it, Five of Wands is a kind of level, maybe even 2 levels lower than the Knight of Wands. So there's definitely growth here in terms of how you embrace who you are and what you are trying to achieve in your business, your work, your career, however you call it, right? It's like a better understanding, a sharper focus, more expertise, or understanding where you want to get more expertise, right? How do you want to take this forward? Not just like ask for a promotion or, I don't know, get a more serious client, but actually climb that ladder or expand your business, or whatever that next phase is. This is that definition, that understanding. And the Knight is telling us that it's also time to take those steps forward, to plan it, to define it, and to go that way, to really show people around you that you are onto this and it's yours and you claim it. Like, this is my spot, or this is my path. This is what I'm trying to build here, right? So that, I mean, there will be naysayers always, right? There will be people who will maybe create some doubt in you. But once you are really, what's the word? I keep forgetting. But once you really focused on what it is that you want, you have your eyes on the prize and you're going towards it, all this is gonna be just like white noise in the background, right? Something that actually might help once in a while when you're in a complete silence and maybe you want some of that white noise, right? But it's not gonna distract you. And that's very important here, to keep that flame going, you know? And it will help illuminate the way for you. That's what I'm hearing. Because it's not completely clear path at the moment, which is fine. And then finally, the advice from the universe. Queen of Wands, the Moon, and Seven of Pentacles. So I definitely see here, especially with this Seven of Pentacles, plans for the family, for the future. If you already have the kids, it still can be something else, something new. Maybe you're thinking, okay, now that kids are da-da-da-da-da, we can finally move to this area that we've always wanted. Or, I don't know, kids are off to college and we can start planning our, I don't know, cruise around the world or something, right? Or starting a kitchen garden in the backyard or something like that, you know? Like, it's somehow next step and it's connected with the family. But I'm also hearing that with the Moon and the Queen of Wands, this is you embracing the wisdom of the guides, of the ancestors. There's a lot of feminine energy here too. And even if you don't identify as a feminine, this is still about connection to the feminines in your lineage, to the divine feminine collective, and to the divine, right? With the attention of like, what does this mean? What is a wise woman, or you know, powerful woman, energetically, spiritually, in an integrated form? What does it look like? And why is it, what do I want to say? just lost my thought for a second. Yeah, but anyway, so you're understanding what does good look like when it comes to integrated feminine energy in the context of a family life, if anything, right? Like, how does that integrated feminine make it work, right? How does she deal with conflicts? How does she nurture the family and while still nurturing and taking care of herself, right? And take gender how it resonates. I'm saying she mostly for simplicity. Okay, so you will be getting that message, that information, that clarity. The moon, of course, shows you that huge full moon, so also pay attention to the full moon that we're going to have in April. What kind of knowledge will come out, or you can also ask your questions by all means. Last but not least, let's get some messages for Capricorn from their person of interest. I'm going to use Telema deck for this. And we got the Star clarified by the Emperor. Wow. Look at this powerful energies. So for your person, definitely this is something divine, something destined, you know, depending on their belief system and how they call it, but they definitely see this connection as very, very special and something that helps both of you see the bigger picture in life and what is your place in it. You know, what does your ownership lie? Where do you create impact? How can you improve, you know, your life and the life of people around you? And I'm even hearing that the Emperor here, a lot of the times in tarot, the Emperor is about power, authority. It's also about me, myself, and I, right? But here, it's the emphasis is on with the Emperor is that he's in charge of the empire, which means other people, right? And it's not about being you know, authoritarian. It's more like I'm responsible for these people. I feel that responsibility, but what does it mean? Or how can I make a difference in their lives, right? So your person is asking themselves those questions, and they can see that you are contemplating something similar. So definitely there is a little bit of trigger both ways. That's what I'm sensing with this message. So they're not saying that they have their rose glasses on and pink glasses on and like everything is lovey-dovey. No, but they understand that even when you trigger each other with something, it is needed. It is like one of the ingredients in the recipe of knowing, of clarity, and of reaching joy, fulfillment, and success in this lifetime. So yeah, very much see the two of you as soulmates or twin flames, even if they don't use that vocabulary. Anyway, I hope this was good for you, Capricorn. If so, don't forget to like the video. And of course, if you're new, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, bye.